Episode 4.
Yes to hangs.
Yes to hangs.
Yes to hangs.
Is it yes to hangs or yes to hangs? How do you say it?
Yes to hangs.
Hangs.
It's Hyangs. No, Z.
Hangs.
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 Yes to hangs.
Yes to hangs. How are you, Sahil?
I'm good. Okay, so how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I'm good.
Good. Yeah.
I wasn't here yesterday, so I was out for a day for the people that
Yeah.
are listening. So now we're catching up.
Yeah, now we're catching up. A dear friend of mine said that in order to kick off the show, one really cool thing to do is ask a question for the audience to be able to answer at the beginning, or at least have so that they can answer it in the comments. And so I had to come up with a question today. And the question is, if you meet somebody that is relatively new, you just met them, and you were talking to them and they had spinach in their teeth, would you tell them, like, hey, you've got something in your teeth? Or would you just kind of be like, I just met this person, not worth the awkward moment?
Well, are we like on a first date?
No, not a date. Maybe at a conference. Maybe you and I met at a conference.
Right.
And like we're having hors d'oeuvres or whatever. And I'm like really passionate telling you about how I can manage your money.
Right. And then you have some spinach on your teeth.
Yeah. And so I'm like, listen, we work with the Sovereign Wealth Fund and whatever. And like, I'm serious and I'm carrying myself in a way it's possibly even rehearsed. But man, what do you do?
It's like a pimple, right? When you notice the pimple on someone's face, you just converge you just concentrate and you start looking at that pimple.
You can't say that,
and you can't unsee it anymore. But that happens.
You can't say that. I always try to make people with pimple. Whenever somebody says, "Hey, does this pimple look bad?" I always go, "What pimple?" But now
really?
you've just like normalized the fact that.
No, but let me be honest and clear that when I see someone with a big pimple or a big mole for that reason,
At least pimples go away.
I just look at that. I just end up focusing on that, and I don't even hear the words. So either
well, what are you thinking when you're focusing on this?
That is a big pimple.
Okay, how are you with squeezing?
Wait, they have to answer that, right?
They'll answer it.
Are we supposed to answer it too?
Well, actually, yeah. I was gonna ask a pretty weird question. Should I ask it or should we answer that first?
I think we should answer that first.
Okay, answer.
Let's
it.
break it down.
Okay, but should I ask the question so we don't forget?
Okay.
Do you squeeze your partner's pimples?
Oh no.
You didn't have to answer that. That was for later. What? Like if it was on the shoulder or something like that? It doesn't have to be on the face, but like, because there are people out there who are just like, I got it.
Really?
Oh, you don't know about these people? There's
sad.
a category
You're a
of
sad
people. I'm not.
person.
I don't do that.
Oh, with the wink. Yeah, I don't do that. Okay, let's answer that. But this is more important. You've
The
met
spinach-
someone.
Okay,
Yeah.
the spinach question. Yeah.
And maybe there's a desire to make a good impression
Okay.
because it's someone,
Okay. Somebody you
you
want
want to impress. It's
Okay.
you just want to, impose your personality on that person maybe.
Right. Right.
But then when he's talking, you see that spinach in his teeth in between.
Yeah. Right there, front and center.
Right. And it's so obvious
Right.
that you can't focus on what he's saying because you're in a dilemma now.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, you're in a dilemma.
you're in the one in the dilemma,
Yeah.
not him.
Yeah, yeah.
He is unaware of the moral choices that you have to make.
Right. And you're spiraling, listening.
And you're spiraling.
Yeah.
And he's talking about stuff, and you're hearing his echoey voice in the
Right.
distance because you're just, my God, I would love to take a toothpick and just scrape that
Yeah.
green algae.
And then
off
you're
their front
thinking,
teeth.
if I tell them this, do I come off as rude?
Yep.
Or will he view me as somebody that looked out for him? Right.
Right.
Why don't we put ourselves in the
But
spinach person's
what if
shoes?
you ignore it, for example?
If you ignore it, that person goes to the bathroom
And he sees
and
it.
he sees it and goes, "Oh my God, I've
Yeah.
spoken to so many people today, and I had spinach in my teeth."
Yeah. And Sahil didn't even tell me.
And Sahil, he'll look at all the business cards and be like,
I spoke to 50 people today. None of them cared.
yeah, none of them care.
That's a sad reflection.
Yeah, but if let's say you did tell them, will that person go, "Thank you so much," or will that person still feel the embarrassment and then possibly you also feel the embarrassment, like shared embarrassment in a moment? Or can you just be the kind of guy who's like, hey man, you got something, and then like completely forget
Yeah,
about it?
but then there's a confusion there, right? Because there's this train of thought where he's going, "Oh, I was doing this and that, and then
Right.
and then you go and say, excuse me, you have this," and you say, "Sorry, what?"
Yeah,
And
and then they
then
lose
yeah.
their. But you weren't listening anyway.
Yeah, you weren't listening. So now you're bringing him into your boat. It's your spinach, dude. Why am I the only one bothered?
But you still didn't answer the question. It's a yes or no.
I would tell him.
You would tell him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd probably lean forward,
Okay.
stop him a bit,
Yeah.
or her a
Or
bit,
her.
and whisper, "Hey, your front teeth's having a salad." You know?
You chew funny.
Yeah. It's a bit funny, so it's not that awkward.
But that's good. You broke the tension by saying it in a funny way.
yes.
Not like you got something in your teeth.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
So making him feel awkward.
And what if it was a booger?
Oh shoot! What if it was a booger? In between the teeth? What's the? Can you complete the picture, Sahil? Because
Hey, they're
I'm
kids.
spiraling so
I
bad.
remember being a kid and like kids would do that. They would pick their nose and eat the thing.
Yeah,
Okay, this
and
has
eat the
become a
thing.
very
It's
gross.
salty.
It's salty.
And do you remember when you have snot and then you just drop it? And then
Oh
bring it
yeah.
back up? Yeah. But
Yeah.
that doesn't answer the. Would you do it if you see?
Well, you didn't answer the booger question. The booger definitely not.
That's tougher.
That's much tougher
That's much tougher.
because that's internal.
think
That
you
came from inside of you. The spinach
Yeah.
came from outside
From
of you.
outside of you.
So that's
and you got it by eating, and then the other one you got it through I don't know.
genetics.
Will you?
Will I tell them about the spinach?
No, about the yeah.
I think I would. I think I would because I would want somebody to tell me.
How would you tell it?
I'd say, hey, listen, I know we just met. I'm really
That
fast.
loud? Really that loud? You're in a public place or?
Hey, listen, I know we just met. I really am fascinated by what you're saying. But you've got some spinach in your teeth. So you're going to have to remove that and start over again.
Right.
Right. No,
What
that's way too long.
Yeah, that's way too long.
What about
And-
just like a little hand gesture? Like,
excuse me. Yeah. What if he goes, "Oh, that's Arnold."
what do you mean?
Like there's a name, like there's always a spinach. What
Or-
if there's a thing?
Or I was saving it for later, you
Oh
jackass.
yeah. Oh, that's where it went.
Yeah.
It was here.
Portion control.
And how about a booger?
A booger?
A booger.
It's a booger.
A booger.
Did you just say booger?
Yeah, booger.
Is that how they say it in the
I don't
Philippines?
know.
It's booger.
We say kulangot.
Kolangot?
Yeah.
In Nigeria, they say kata.
Kata.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
kata in your nose.
You have, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
a cool way of saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Kulangot is a longer word.
Yeah, and
It takes a while to reach the end.
it does.
And things are gonna be really uncomfortable by the end. May
Right.
kulangot. You go through all of
Kolangot. It's like a horror movie.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. So like my brothers and I, when we were kids, if we ever had, he'd be like kata, 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 and you'd be like, oh shit, you start picking.
My wife would tell me if I have something
In your nose.
and that's comfortable.
I pick my wife's.
Oh, you'd remove it?
Yeah, I'd go, I got you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think she likes that, but I'm like, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
Because all she does is she tries to suck it back in her face. She's like, I'm like, no, stop that. That's going to your brain.
We will not name your wife in this episode and hope that people will forget.
She'll be the first to comment.
Yeah. Okay, let's not name her now.
Well, she'll be the only one to comment. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so I think booger is much more. Why? Why is it much more difficult?
to tell somebody about, because I told you, it's one is internal and one is external, and you're going deep into their soul. You're attacking their soul when you talk about boogers.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Wow. Yeah, moving on.
I think the theme.
We just spent 20 minutes on spinach stuck in between teeth.
I
and
feel like you could
boogers.
make a whole short film on this.
Yeah.
You could make a whole short film on that interaction because everyone's been there
Yeah.
on either side.
You'd also get into the mind, right? Let's just go into that.
Yeah.
And then how they would react would be how they were raised as a child.
Yeah, going back into childhood wounds and
Childhood
traumas and like, yeah, I mean, that could be really traumatic.
So your response to that spinach within the teeth, in between the teeth of the person that is based on your childhood's
Yeah,
experiences.
correct.
Wow.
It's
We just
we
went.
yeah, we went deep.
That's
I
what
knew
she
that
said.
this is no.
That's
I,
what she said. Yeah.
this is what happens on this show is we get deep, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep it light, but again, we've ended up deep.
Yeah. We went free diving for a little bit.
We did.
Let's
Anyway,
head
let's
back
come
up.
up for air.
Yeah, let's come up for air. Yeah.
And talk about what's really important,
Right.
which is
Did we talk about this? Did we have a script? No.
this chair squeaks.
I noticed something.
Yeah.
And there's a way when I arrive in the office that I now know that we'll be shooting a podcast.
What?
We'd have the non-shawarma.
The non-shawarma, the Indian shawarma that is
Yeah.
called a shawarma but tastes like a kati roll.
It really is not the
Yeah.
shawarma.
Yeah, but it's good.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
it's
So
a
it's so it's there waiting for you when you come in.
Yeah,
correct?
when I come in, and then I know that okay, we're having an episode today,
Yeah, because we don't talk about it beforehand.
right? And it's become a routine.
Yeah, it's become a routine. I think that like one of the important things when it comes to filming days is that everyone kind of gets into a mood. Everyone feels good, and I think one of the quickest ways you can do that is to show that person that you care.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're coming in to shoot something. Somebody's already thought about their food. Somebody's thought about it's the little thing. It's a little gesture. And I mean, even though we all work together, I think that's part of the culture that we've created in this place.
That's
so
so
even
nice of
for
you.
me, sometimes I'll come in the morning and they know that I'm filming, and certain music is playing. They warn me that listen, you got to eat your breakfast pudding before you get on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because have you been in situations where your brain's just dry? Because you didn't take proper. I don't know for me if it's lack of water or lack of nutrition.
Yeah.
But there are days when I'd sit and have a conversation, I felt my brain's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and even though you may have eaten, my theory is it's sleep. I feel like when that's happening, I often find that like I end up catching up on sleep the next day or something like that. Just like not well rested. But I hate those moments where you like you're like trying to catch up to your words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would try to. I think it's sleep too. I think a big part of it is sleep. How's your sleep pattern recently?
So last night I went to bed at 2:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And I put the blackouts because I'm here by like 7:30.
Right.
But I woke up at 9 a.m.
Wow. You
because I'm so excited. We're making a movie.
Mm-hmm.
We're making a movie. And I have been dreaming about this movie for years. And then I just decided over the last week that we're going to make it. And we're going to start with the first scene. And so I kind of had to wear my director's hat, go back into the archives of all the like shots I created for it. And so by like 1 o'clock, when I stopped doing all the work and I tried to go to sleep, I couldn't sleep.
Adrenaline's still there.
Yeah.
Flow is
So
still
I
there.
just kind of opened the laptop, continued down that rabbit hole. And I got up really late and I didn't feel bad about it.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, you know what? This is all part of it. It's the flow. I just want to flow.
But you still got a nice long sleep, right?
did.
30 to 9. That's
Yeah.
like 7.5. I'm lucky if I get 5.
But do you sleep at the blackouts?
Yeah.
You do, and you still get up at 5?
Yeah. I wake up at 4:30 or 5 now.
That's crazy.
And
That's insane. But what time do you sleep?
11, 12.
So you get like 4.5 hours of sleep every
Yeah.
night?
And that's a problem. You could see it in my eyes,
But do you feel? You don't seem like you're that you're not well rested. I need sleep.
I get really tired though. Like I would need to find pockets of 15 minutes to rest.
You do that?
Yeah.
Really?
To sleep.
Yeah,
like 10
honestly, that's
minutes.
why I make sure the shawarmas are here for you when you
Yeah.
come, because I'm like,
Those shawarmas are goddamn spicy.
yeah,
wakes you up. Like your soul is like, "Wah! What are you gonna do today?" Like releasing genie from the lamp.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you asked a question before we got on the show, which is about routines.
Yeah,
and
this
how-
is the routine.
and how important routine is for the individual. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Like, do you travel and then come back and really takes you some time to get back into it, or
Well, first of all, I have a day-to-day routine now.
okay?
I wake up at 6, walk the dogs, feed the dogs, prep to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
go for gym, do my show,
Mm-hmm.
and then head straight here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a routine that I've, become really comfortable with.
Yeah.
And what it helps, what it does is I feel that it saves headspace
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
instead of
Decision
waking up and say, shoot, what
Yeah.
am I going to do today?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what I love about coming in here because, it's either we're going to work on a video or we're going to edit a video or we're going to think about,
Yeah.
you
Been a
know,
plan.
yeah.
And what about like choosing what to wear in the mornings? Does that take this time? Like because Steve Jobs wears the same thing every day. Zuckerberg, it's like this whole psychology of not having to make decisions in the morning. You just wear the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Do you take time to choose, or
Now I do.
you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take a good 10 minutes now
Wow.
because I have so much clothes
Yeah.
from where I'm bigger.
Oh, so you're not gonna do anything with those, and like
I'm,
give them away?
I would need, I'd need to probably, I don't have the attention span
Yeah.
to sit down and edit my wardrobe. So I just go, oh, not this one, not
Doesn't
this
fit,
one.
doesn't
and
fit,
then I
doesn't
do
fit.
again the next day. And then there's this added factor now where are we shooting a podcast? And then I would think, will this show off my sweat? So I would need to. That's why I'm wearing black today. Because
Yeah.
then if you throw a
Smart.
curveball, people wouldn't see that I'm uncomfortable. Unlike in episode 2, where I was sweating all over.
What about choosing it the night before? Do you think it's possible for us to get there? Or is it just too new a root habit to create that will reap extreme benefits, but we just won't do?
Yeah, I think in my mind, I don't know what about. You need to answer that question too. But in my mind, I feel like it's not that big of a deal.
10 minutes though.
Yeah, I know, but in my mind, prepping for what to wear one day in advance is too much.
That's what David Beckham does. I saw that in his documentary.
He
Yeah.
prepped the night before.
Yeah, but he's like
But he looks good as fuck. Though.
he's a fashion like icon, right? So
Yeah.
and so everything he wears, I mean, he's basically most men's Pinterest mood boards.
Oh.
Yeah. So he does it,
Yeah.
and he's
He
like,
doesn't have a stylist.
I don't know. Have you not seen his documentary on Netflix?
Just clips.
Highly recommend.
Dude, I can't go through a movie now longer than 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
I end up dozing off.
Oh, but that's different. I thought you meant like attention span, like you can't focus.
If I go and sit at the cinema,
Yeah, then you're good.
perfect.
Yeah.
But if I'm at home and I turn on Netflix, I gotta fight. It's a battle between dozing off and watching if Rhaenyra Targaryen gets her head chopped off or something.
Does that put you to sleep?
A bit sometimes.
So that's good
Why?
because now you have something that can knock you out.
And usually, here's the thing. Usually, if it's stand-up comedy,
Ah,
I really enjoy it.
yeah.
Like I'm a fan of comedy, right?
Yeah.
Of the art form. And then last weekend, I saw that Louis C.K. the new special is out
Oh, on Netflix?
on Netflix. He's back.
He's back.
The world has forgiven the guy.
The gray cloud has passed.
Yep. He's paid his dues.
He's paid his dues.
Yeah.
Man, that's very traumatic. I was a big Louis C.K. fan. I saw him at the O2 Arena many, many, many years ago. And then I told myself I would never go to that big a stadium to watch a stand-up comic ever again.
Why?
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
Yeah, you're all the way at the back. They're just this tiny people trying to make you laugh, but you can't really see their facial expressions, the nuances of what makes the joke funny. So you end up just watching it on a big screen. What's cool is like the laugh, the echo of the room during the laugh.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the same. So
As in you'd prefer a smaller venue.
small venue, and I've seen some big comics in small venues. Like I've seen Bill Burr, I've seen Russell Peters.
Where?
Bill Burr, I saw at Haha Comedy in LA. Russell Peters, I saw in Nashville at Zany's. Samik and I went to go just support. It was the most brown people we've seen in one room in Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah, you could have eradicated all of us.
There they are.
There they are.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Russell Peters was a vet. I feel like he came out there. He didn't even have a proper like set ready, or maybe he did in his mind, but he just worked the room for a solid 40 minutes before he even got started on his set, and it was hysterics. Like, it was so funny. We were not expecting. We thought it was Russell Peters. You know, he's older now. His last special was like meh, but then in person, small venue, you could just tell this guy can work a room and wrap us around his finger so fast. It was so great. Samik and I loved it.
You're seeing a comic do crowd work is something else.
Yeah.
Really is something else.
Yeah.
I've seen Joe Coy.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You saw him live?
Yeah, here.
Oh,
He's been
really?
here. He always comes here every year.
Yeah, I
usually.
guess people would love him here.
Yep. And then there was this thing where the one time that he came in, I felt like he was conducting a choir.
Really?
He stopped doing his set, right? And then he'd ask this person, connected to that person, and then talk about this person. And then suddenly they're having a conversation that you're a part of, you're watching. It's so funny. And it's just evolved from one question, you know? And it was because he went on to do it for a good 40, 50 minutes.
Wow.
And you'd feel that you'd be cheated, right? Like, he didn't do his set, but it was so funny that it was so worth it.
Yeah.
You know, crowd work's a big, big talent. You know?
It's like this one video I saw of this guy, super viral. He comes up on stage and he basically just goes, "Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, this is going to be excellent." And he just keeps going, and he goes, "I bet you think this is the whole set now at this point, but oh, it's going to be good."
He just keeps repeating
it's going to be great. And everyone just keeps laughing and laughing and laughing. He looks at his watch and be like, 3 minutes in. This has gotten off to a great start. It's so good.
And people are laughing.
People are dying.
Wow.
And like, you watch this video even on your phone, and it's just so funny. It's just these guys have gifts. They have gifts.
Yeah.
And so you can't knock it.
How did we get here?
We were talking about routines.
I know.
We were talking about routines.
Started about routine, and then we went to stand-up comedy.
But like, on a serious note though, like, people need to get value out of this podcast.
Right.
And like, we need to start taking this seriously.
Right. Oh, okay.
You know, I feel like if people feel like by the time they're done with this podcast that they don't get anything, they will not hang out with us anymore.
Really? That's a good question to ask.
Yeah. But define anything, right? Like, what are we trying to give them?
I don't know. For me, I think the beauty of dropping in a conversation that there's no pressure to perform.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then eventually you'd find not nuggets of wisdom. We'll have experiences that people will relate to, and then they'd find something, they could apply in.
Fair.
Like the spinach thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there are insights there.
No, for sure. And honestly, that came to me because we were eating our non-shawarma before I came on here, and I always.
Do I have?
No. You're good. I would have told you.
Okay.
I would have told you. I'd be like, Ram, cut.
I thought that would be the whole shtick.
Oh man, that would have been so
and then
funny.
By the way, that would be nice. Yeah, that would be smart. Yeah.
I'm thinking about, like, eventually getting some more people on the show.
You should. We should.
Yeah, we should. The only question is, like, what kind of people? Like, who wants to just come hang?
I think people who just want to be people who are comfortable in their own skin. Like, if you want to bring in successful people who are in the midst of doing something, people who are, and just doesn't care, just wants to sit down, talk about experiences, talk about their lives, and then doesn't care much about, what it appears to say about them.
Yeah. I think we will eventually. I think people are just having way too much fun with just us two right now.
Right.
So I don't want to take that away from them and like take the
demand of the people.
The demand of the people and the attention off of us right now is just unfair to them.
Right.
So, but your face.
I mean, to those three people. Two of them are my aunts. So.
Dude, we're blowing up in the Philippines. That's been really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know I have a following in the Philippines. There's like 8 of us in the family.
Oh, okay.
My cousins and my...
But I think one of the things that has been really interesting in the past week that I feel like I've been going down on a journey is that, like, ever since we started this podcast, it's been great from a free-flowing, we do have some nuggets of things that we talk about. And sometimes, like, there was one thing where I said on the first podcast, which had an impact on me, where I was like, people need to stop caring about how they should present themselves to the world. They should do cool shit and then present that to the world.
Yeah.
And I said that and I went, huh. And then I saw that clip get cut and I was like, huh. And then I went, okay. Everyone left the office. And then I just kind of was like, time to make some cool shit. And so we are actually going to be shooting the opening scene of a movie that I wrote in 2024.
Oh, wow.
Here in Dubai.
We are shooting an opening scene.
Yeah, we're shooting an opening scene.
Who's we?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be acting. It's a scene in a hotel room, so it doesn't require much. And there's no dialogue in this. It's just an opening scene where we get an intro to this character who's a musician trying to make it to be a commercial superstar, but is not there yet. And so randomly, you introduced me to a producer.
Okay.
And I called up the producer yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I was like, hey, I've got this scene. If we're going to make this whole movie, it's going to cost a ton of money and, it becomes a whole project. But why don't we just work scene by scene? Dubai is the setting anyway. And the interesting thing about Dubai, and I had a really interesting conversation with a DP that she connected me with, and he was talking about how, yes, Dubai is not known for filmmaking right now, but that serves as an opportunity. It actually isn't a threat, because that means that there are the handful of people, maybe a lot more, but like that are just genuinely craving to do something really creative.
Wow.
And, not an Etisalat commercial, but something that's more indie. And part of the plan now is to make 2 movies. One movie is this, and the second one is the BTS of it. So like sharing all of this make cool shit, share it with the world, but like really finding a way to craft how we're developing this story into script, how we go into casting, how we go into that. And then we're going to make as much as we can with the limited budget that we have. And then if we screech to a stop, we'll have to figure that out as we go. But
that would be part 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's idea execution, right?
Right.
That's the whole thing. We talked about this. The gap between idea and execution is a graveyard filled with motivation.
Yeah.
Right. And I have this idea and I'm going straight to execution because motivation is high, and who knows what comes out of it. Maybe we develop relationships with the right people. Maybe we figure out a really cool collaborative crew. Maybe this gets attention and we may get funding for this movie.
Or we just get to do cool shit.
That's the thing. That's the worst that could happen, right?
Yeah, and it's not too bad if you think about it. You do something that's cool, you present it to the world, and then you give 0 fucks because you had your time. You had the time of your life.
Exactly. I had a blast. And so I've been so chirpy this past week, just like, because I remember when I wrote this film in 2024, I wrote it and I remember that feeling of writing it in the back of my mind going, but what am I going to do with this? You know what I mean? Like at that point, at that stage in my life, I was still trying to figure things out. And then now going back and looking at that script, knowing the mentality of the guy that wrote it versus the guy that I am now, and going, it's almost like I handed the old writer me handed the producer me the script. Like my past handed the future me and go, here, it's ready now.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's like Interstellar.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey delivering the message to a young daughter, and then it came from him, but
So I picked up the script and I went, thank you. We'll see what we can do with this. And then a few phone calls later, we're doing the first scene. Now there's still a lot of work to be done. But the fact is that like, and I just wish that I could share this with so many people. I don't know how many people are going to get to watch this, but there's so many people that wait by the phone, that just have so much they want to share, but feel like they can't do it. I know that. I've been there. And really all it takes is a mindset shift. It's like what can I do to move the needle? What phone call can I make to move the needle? How do I get out of my own way? And I think a lot of what we've been doing in the past few months, where it's just like idea, record, has put this thing in my mind where I'm like, think big,
Right.
record,
Yeah.
have fun. Right.
And then don't put too much pressure on yourself where you're already thinking of the outcome, where what you just really need to do is figure out the next step.
Right.
You know, it's like applying for a job
Yeah.
where you're already thinking about the pressures that you will have
Yeah.
when you join the job, or how am I gonna leave this current company, and how am I gonna, fit in there? But that's not your problem now.
Yeah.
It will be,
Yeah.
but you're not even sure if you're gonna get there.
Right.
You just have to take the next step, which is what? Submitting your
Yeah.
your CV, going through the interview, and then it becomes negotiations about salary. Now, ultimately, you might not get there, but if you didn't think about it in the first place, you didn't beat yourself up in the beginning, torture yourself into not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's a complete spiral. And I think the biggest way to not do that is to just dive deep into the work.
Right. So let's talk about the work.
Yeah.
What inspired you to create this? What's the proper term, by the way? Script, screenplay?
Yeah. The screenplay.
The screenplay. Yeah.
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 Actually, this idea came to me in a dream. I remember waking up going, I have an idea for a movie. And I wrote it down, and then I kept writing, and I kept writing, and then it started to paint this picture of the characters, the story, what happens, why it happens, going into the wounds, going into the why. And I actually wrote these characters loosely based off of, well, just the world that we were living at the time, struggling artists trying to make music and trying to make film, me and my wife. And so these two characters, they play siblings in the film, not husband and wife, they play siblings. And I also felt like the sibling relationship is not portrayed in movies much, but it's such a powerful relationship
Right.
that it's never really explored. And I think even though I'm one of three sons, or three boys, I always see brother-sister relationships, and I'm always so fascinated by that.
Because you grew up with two other brothers.
Yeah, two other brothers. And I have very close cousins and stuff like that, so I know that dynamic. But exploring that in a film was really fascinating and really fun. I think there's a camaraderie that's different when you have a brother and a sister that get along.
Because now we're talking about blood, right? Blood.
Yeah.
A relationship that's,
Yeah, exactly. And so the stakes are higher.
stakes are higher, but also the bond is supposed to be stronger.
Exactly.
So you could do worse shit,
Yes.
instead of you're just friends.
Right. You could be more yourself
You could be more of yourself.
because they know you from day one. So you can't bullshit your way through it. And so they know your flaws, and they know what they're getting into if they're going to join you in a band.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. And what's the genre of this film?
It's a dark comedy.
It's a dark comedy.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy. No, it's really fun. I am super excited to start sharing glimpses of it with the world. Still needs a lot of work, but it's fuel for the soul.
Right.
I think that as an artist and as a creative, diving back into projects that you feel that can come to life is an experience that I'm going through right now. And I would encourage anybody who has something that's just been sitting in a drawer to revisit it. It's been a couple of years, it's been some time. Who are you now looking at that old project? You have a song that you recorded 2-3 years ago and you didn't like it, or it's just sitting there in a hard drive. Pull it out again. Maybe there's something there. I had a friend tell me, he went to Berklee School of Music. He said that one of the things that the songwriting teacher taught him was that you may be writing 3 different songs with different tunes and different beats, and you don't realize that actually, if you pay attention, it's likely that it could become one song, that you've actually written 3 different verses for one song, but you just think that they're in different songs.
Correct.
So what does that do for old creative work that you have in your life now that could either come at you with inspiration, come at you with something that you're working on currently. People just let a lot of their old spiritual creative work collect dust. I'm one of those. And I just feel that now that I've revisited, looking at it through a new lens, going, oh, I get it now. You know, this
Right.
is the time.
This is the time to.
I had to
So
wait.
no work is ever wasted.
Never.
Well, eventually the work should, will find its way to the world.
Correct. And also just like the ability to do it at a high level when you start off, like later on in life, is proof. It's there. It lives in how you speak. Like I was having a meeting today with a DP, and I was explaining to him the framings of the shots. I was explaining to him the motivations of the character. I was explaining to him, and all these things were just pouring out of me. And I haven't had a high level conversation about filmmaking like that with somebody else in a long time. And when I wrote this script years ago, I wouldn't have been able to talk like that.
Oh,
I was so just like narrow-minded into, let me just write this thing and let somebody else.
But you hear this as well, right? With other artists where there's a song 10 years ago, that they wrote, but it never found its way until eventually they revisited it 10 years later, and now it's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a prime example would be that song by Jason Mraz, I'm Yours. That song came out 4 years before it got famous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like it became huge in Asia. It became huge everywhere in the world. He re-recorded it, remastered it. But that song was living.
Yeah, so it was out?
It was out. It was out in an acoustic version on YouTube. Then all of a sudden, tons of people were covering it. I was a big Jason Mraz fan as a kid. So I used to go to his shows, like quiet shows, things like that in London. So I knew that song for a long time. And then when it blew up, I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. I thought I was the only one, But it's not like a song I could go up to my friends like, I knew that was going to be a hit because Jason Mraz is a guilty pleasure for a boy at his teens.
I love Jason Mraz. I love his music.
Yeah.
Easygoing, fun, and light, not too heavy.
Yeah. He's got great stage presence as well. He's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Witty.
Watching him live.
But I
is
like the
great.
guy he's with all the time, the percussionist. Toka.
Yeah.
I love it. That to the point that when he came here to do a concert during the jazz festival, I don't know which year, I was so disappointed he wasn't with Toka.
Yeah, he was with a band, right?
He was with a band.
Yeah, that was weird time. Yeah. I think the music changed after many years, but I mean, he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while.
He released an album now, do you know? It's all about hymns.
Oh.
I think from his, recalling his time with the grandmother. But these are hymns that he grew up to. Old hymns from the 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah, I just couldn't find the versions, but I saw the news recently.
Interesting. I haven't gone down a Jason Mraz rabbit hole in a long time. I think that music was good for me in the time of a specific time in my life.
I think my takeaway from today is that I'm out for one day and now we have a movie. Now,
yes.
That I didn't even know that you were thinking about a movie. I just said, Sahil, I'll take the day off. I'll take Tuesday off. And then I come here and like, what's happening? And everybody's like, okay, cool. And then we turn on the podcast and you just dumps it all over me and say, right, as we're making a movie.
We're making a movie, man.
Screw you, man.
We're making a movie. It's good.
How do you feel about it? That should excite you.
I'm
bro.
acting in it too.
Yeah, I know. That should excite you. That should give you the
it gives
me
a lot of excitement for sure. But at the same time, I preface this to everybody that everybody, the producer and the DP, I was like, by the way, guys, this is going to be fun. I'm not doing this so that it becomes a stressful situation. We're keeping it lean. We're trying to figure out a team that's going to work, and everybody's on board because they want to be and not because it's transactional. I said that I'd rather have my friends fly in from the States to shoot this together as opposed to finding people here that are in it for the dirhams.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you're also fond and skilled at creating teams and working with teams. So this is another team that you're building. You're making another Avengers team that will create this film.
The Avengers team. And I'm so stoked because I don't know that world here in Dubai. And I feel like through you handed me,
Let the record show.
Yeah, a contact of somebody that was that's in the space. And I didn't need it. I didn't need to have that meeting, but that's another thing. It's like always take the meeting.
Oh, I like that.
Always take the meeting. Always take the meeting.
Except if it's about insurance and
oh yeah, or like
or credit cards.
yeah. Don't take those.
Or networking, multi-level,
or collections.
So there's an asterisk there.
Yeah.
Always take the meeting. Asterisk, except for insurance, credit cards, and
collections. But yeah, you handed me this CV of someone, and I hit her up just to have a coffee. And she opened my mind to this world that exists here, this underground filmmaking world that lives out here.
Cool.
And I went, okay, I'm making YouTube videos about like founders and stuff right now, but this sounds interesting. I'll get back to you. And then literally couldn't stop thinking about it.
Right.
I couldn't stop.
And then when I was working downstairs, doing stuff, I'd see you really thinking about how this fits in your life. Like, this happened to me. I met this person. What does this mean? How does it fit? Where does this lead me? And then it's a movie.
Yeah, and it's connected me to an amazing director, but also a DP, also a creative. Watched some of his stuff yesterday. I was really impressed. Had a meeting. Really cool guy. I was like, okay.
Wow. Now I'm excited too.
Yeah.
Because I want to see that process play out as well.
Yeah, and I think that's the second movie. Like the second movie
BTS.
is the process. It's all the BTS. It's all the, I was supposed to film that meeting today and I forgot.
Okay.
But it's
what time was it?
12.
12. Okay.
Yeah. I'd eaten by then. Yeah. But anyway, enough about.
What's your takeaway in this podcast?
My takeaway is that I think that if somebody has something in their teeth, tell them. Yeah. I think if they have a booger, don't tell them.
Unless you're a spouse.
Unless you're the spouse, then dig in. And routines are important. And also take the meeting and revisit all the past work that you've done. Read old journals, look at old creative work, listen to old songs, go through your voice memos, go through your voice notes. Like, you were in a space, you were in a specific silo of energy when you did all of that. And when you're out of it, it's easy to forget that there was something spiritual there. So spend some time digging in and seeing what those things do to you. See what they do to you again, or do for you.
I think that's a very pretty comprehensive overview of what we discussed today. There are some gems there, huh?
Yeah.
But and I think it's nice if we end here.
Yeah.
But I'll just add one more thing.
Please.
Just on that. Don't pop another person's zits.
Don't do that?
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, ask first.
And on that note,
it has to be consensual popping.
You're just at the lift, and then you just encounter this person with a zit at the back, and then you just pop it without.
It's like the
permission.
Kareem captain,
Yeah.
just like on his neck. I got you, man.
Okay, all right. I guess that's it. Episode 4. Yes to hangs.
Catch you later.